Carpentry, I think, is one of the best trades out there because they know more about the project than anybody else.
We need more carpenters, we can't find them. So every time I see somebody thinking about school, I say, hey, we'll make you a good carpenter.
There are less and less skilled workers out there in the industry. And a lot of our local contractors are looking for workers that are skilled. It saves time on their end training somebody that already has the training that we give them here.
We teach you everything from floor framing to wall framing to roof framing, and then once you make it to fourth term, we bring you into more meticulous things like cabinet making, project management, estimation, and things like that.
We teach them how to, price things, how to figure out labor, contract writing. If they become a crew leader or a foreman as they start to grow in their field, they're going to be, hand in hand with contracts and specifications. They got to know how to read them. We cover not only the trade aspects of it, which is how to build it and how to estimate it, but we also get into how to run the jobs.
I've been welding 20 years. I've yet to be unemployed.
Why the welding career is so big now is because most of the baby boomers are retiring.
A guy told me years ago, he said, the economy's good, you build it. The economy's bad, you fix it.
We started everybody out as if they've never done anything in welding, build their skills from there.
We cover the fundamentals of arc welding, blueprint reading, metallurgy.
They touch on everything they could basically get in the field. We do plasma, we do stick welding, we do MIG, flux core, all the fabrication processes we do.
Certified welders are a very elite group of people. A very small percentage of the workforce is actually a certified welder.
You cannot get a job of any consequence without being certified.
There's a lot of businesses out there that wants an experienced welder. They don't want to have to train somebody from the start.
Right now, all the trades are in desperate need. Revac is in particular need. There's a crisis. People have not entered the field in numbers for a long time, and it's an aging group.
The revac industry is just growing. A lot of guys are retiring. There's going to be a big demand for this career.
We start our students off in basic residential, refrigerators, window air conditionings, dehumidifiers. They got to start with that foundation on the refrigeration cycle. Second term, we step them up into the commercial end of it and also the electronics end as well, because with technology, our equipment's leading that way. All of our equipment now has electronic boards and so forth in, so they need to know the electronics aspect of it. Third term, now we get them into the heating and the air distribution. Gas furnaces, oil furnaces, heat pumps, hot water and steam systems. We show them how to build the ductwork so we can distribute that throughout their homes as well.
In fourth term, they start to learn transport refrigeration and they learn large commercial and industrial buildings.
We get into direct digital controls, pneumatics.
We start out with theory, and we take that theory and we start to apply it in real-time application so they understand the basis of what they're actually doing.
Some people really love hands-on, and they want to take and crawl throughout a supermarket and find the leak. Other people prefer to work on a computer. We train you for all of them because really they're the same skill set, just with specialties added on to the end. You can't really outsource our program.
The electrical field is a really broad field to be in. The demand is very, very high.
You never get bored. There's always something new coming down the pike, and it's a career. It's not just a job you take for a year or two. It's a career that you can follow for the rest of your life.
I came here as a student not knowing anything at all about electricity. They took me to a point where I was able to go out and work in the field and then eventually come back here and teach it.
The electrical program gives you a little bit of each discipline in the electrical field. So we start off with the theory of electricity.
The first term is primarily a residential term where students learn about wiring up houses and all the NEC code regulations that go with that.
First year, they learn the basics, series circuits, parallel circuits.
I teach them tools and safety, construction site safety. I teach them about communication systems. Communications are telephone data, and added to this class this term, we're going to be going into fire alarm systems.
The second term is a lot of theory about motors and transformers. For example, if you wanted to go work in an industrial environment like a factory.
We do commercial circuit design. We do AC motors, DC motors. generators, alternators.
We move into the OSHA requirements, the construction site safety, which is very in-depth.
Then we get them third term, we teach them power distribution, which is from substation to the final product. And then from there, they go into PLCs, which is more logic oriented.
The PLC program here is basically about manufacturing. How to be able to go into a factory and work as a maintenance electrician, or eventually working your way up to becoming a programmer of the machinery that produces, parts and goods.
You can go through the books and you can learn everything in those books. If you've never gone out and wired this stuff up yourself, troubleshot problems that occur, then you don't really know what's going on usually.
CAD is the starting ground for all different specialized fields.
Everything that is ever physically made has had a drawing created somewhere.
When the students first come on board at Triangle Tech, they're brought into just the fundamentals of drafting. The traditional drafting equipment, your parallel bars, T-squares, triangles, compasses, protractors, things of that nature.
First term, the group that I'm working with currently, you're working with office programs, transitioning into an initial CAD understanding.
From there, we build the program on top of that. They're introduced then to 2D CAD with AutoCAD.
As we move on into the other terms, we expand upon the CAD program and into some more complex programs that offer mechanical and architectural background.
The work they do here is a real-world experience. When they leave here, they're fully prepared to step in and start a job.
Triangle Tech made the decision to put additive manufacturing into our CAD program because it's really an innovative technology, has really opened up the design world to create more complex structures, more advanced products, and we really felt that it was important to bring that type of technology into our program. Our students have created simple projects like keychains up to more complex projects like jigs and fixtures that would be used in manufacturing.
It's everything from making new roller skates to automotive parts. We can 3D print an internal combustion engine.
They're building houses, they're working towards 3D printers that will manufacture bridges.
We're really pulling them into the modern era where this technology is everywhere. Everybody is using it and we're giving it to our students.
There really is no limit for what the students can do with this education.